This stream is proud to be brought to you by what is ZS.com. ZS will be coming soon. We do apologise that the release of this product has been dramatically delayed due to the coronavirus. All stock has been placed into isolation so that in no way can anybody breathe or contaminate the item, and will be continue to be packaged after the coronavirus has ended, and I mean ended, because in no way does this company want to spread it, because I guarantee that every person upon the face of this planet will be purchasing this device that's made in Australia, by the way. So yeah, on to the show, and today you're going to be getting two shows. Okay, friends, subscribers, and all you YouTubers out there, as I said, today you're going to be getting two shows. So depending on what channel you're watching this on, because this is being streamed to multi-channels. So don't forget to subscribe, and when you subscribe, click that little bell so you get notified. Make sure you also click the all, otherwise you won't get notified of everything. And as I said, today you get two shows, and not just the Bluebeard Daily Day show, but today you're going to get the Cannabis Protester show combined into one, and Bluebeard 2017 show is all going out as one show. And why am I doing this today? Well, today, as everybody knows on all my channels, that over the years I've dealt with eBay, and I've sold on things on eBay every now and then when I've needed money. And well, see, when you buy something, you generally buy it on a site called Alibaba. I'm not actually going to go to this site for a reason. Today I got hacked. And it was only when I went to this site, Alibaba, and trust me, I was being hacked. I was actually on the phone to the minister about to send Minister Hunt a email in regard to cannabis and everything like that. So people that don't know, I am protesting cannabis, and today I found a strain that I believe that may actually help get cannabis on the PBS, so because of its high volume. So I decided to send a video to him and everything whilst I was on the phone to Minister Hunt's office. I was talking to a very nice underling to Minister Hunt, and we were discussing about a phone call that I'm trying to set up, and I'm still trying to set that meeting up with Minister Hunt. But eventually I will get the meeting, but I will have to go through a couple of phone conversations. I've asked the first one just to be him listening, so that he understands that I'm never going to give up. I truly am never going to give up. I think they learnt that back in the days of my ice cream charade down in Canberra. I never gave up until I got what I wanted, which was a meeting with the ministers, and I got my meeting with the ministers, all by driving an ice cream truck around Parliament House. But that's not what this video is about. What this video is about is not about just cannabis. It's not just about everything else. What this quick little stream and video is about this website, Alibaba Group. And trust me, they were well and truly in my computer. Whilst I was on, like, I couldn't even come down and access this. Now, everybody should know this off by heart. You should know, see, now, this is something else. See, some programs have repeaters in them, and they come on and they kick in, even though I've shut down Pro Tools for my homework today. it keeps on coming up. And these things, you should know every single one of these, what every one of these do. Like whenever you got Chrome open, you'll get these. You'll always get a Google crash handler. You get all these other things, but okay, that's a background task. That should not be coming up. But see, they could disguise things like that in there. And you should know, well, okay, here's something. I don't have Office. So why is Office showing up on my computer? That could be a program, see, Actron, I don't know this program. Actron shouldn't be there, okay? And how they're getting in, are they getting in through these runtime brokers? They put runtime brokers in that start up software, and they shouldn't be coming in. So you should know every single program that's in your computer. Don't go down into this one, never go down in window processors, unless you're led to it by shutting one of these things down, because sometimes they use these are the serious hackers. They will destroy you inside your computer if they get a chance. I'll see that. I'm not using that, so why in the hell's that open? So I get rid of it anyhow, because that's just because it shouldn't be open. Now see, Avid Transport back up. This is Pro Tools that does this, Pro Tools on Windows. So you've always got to watch your software and everything, and only what you're open and using should be open up here. But when I was on the phone to the Minister's office, man, I had about 1,000 things in this. No joke, hang on, I need to fix my screen. Sorry folks, didn't realise that you can't see the whole screen. Just going to transition that back, turn off that damn music for a second. So yes, it's sometimes you get hacked, and trust me, they're hacking inside your computer, and I guarantee you it was the CCP, because this was so good. This was the best hack I've seen in years. Now everybody that knows me knows that I've got little detectors that tell me that when I'm currently being hacked, they come on and they alert me, telling me there's someone inside my computer. But a lot of the time I can just tell. How I tell is, one of the biggest signs that you can tell is you get a screen. Hang on, I'm just going to transition that the way it is. Okay, you see how that black screen there? All the screens that you're not currently using go black. Every single one of them will go black. And the reason they go black is because they've actually been turned off by the hacker. Because the hacker actually needs those two links to get inside your computer without you realising it, and you just think, oh, well, it's an overload of stuff on my screen and everything like that. So you totally ignore it and don't worry about it. And a lot of people don't realise, a lot of the times when your computer goes slow, generally it's because you're currently being hacked. There you go, straight away. This Avid, see, this is something, I can't wait to get Pro Tools off my computer, because Avid keeps on kicking in all the time. After we go back, if we can ever go back, due to these idiots going out and protesting. If you go out and protest tomorrow, you are a fucking idiot. And I reckon we should make it a law that anybody that protests during this crisis, and this is just something I'm throwing in, I reckon we should make a quick law that anybody that protests, that does come in contact with anybody, if that person they come in contact dies, that it should be held accountable for murder. And I'm not fucking joking. So yeah, going back to the hackers, right? If you are a businessman and support that, yeah, please pass that on to the government. Now, please, honestly, so many of you out there use this website, Alibaba, right? Yes, I know you want to go outside, sweetie. Sorry, I've got a dog on heat at the moment, and she wants attention. But the whole thing is, Alibaba does go in, like, I don't want to have to shut my computer down, so I'm not going into Alibaba again. But I did notice it yesterday when I was on Alibaba, that my screens went dark, and it didn't click straight away. And then it was only today that I got the little message whilst I was on the phone to the minister that someone was inside my computer. And just a little pop-up screen pops up right down here on my screen, tells me that I've got a hacker. And just a program I wrote. It sort of looks for incoming traffic, that's not supposed to be there. Sort of like your Norton does certain amount, but when they get into certain files, see, Norton doesn't look at your other files. It generally scans for the software, but doesn't look for interference in the file. So I've got a program, if someone goes in, including myself, goes into a certain level of software, this window pops up. So it tells me that someone's inside my Explorer looking around inside my files. And I've been working on it, and I can never perfect it to sell it, but that's what my bloody Norton should be doing, is telling us if someone's going in our files. And but the whole point is that China at the moment is trying to hack the world. Trust me, this whole thing is CCP. The whole fucking lot is CCP orientated. CCP are the ones that cause this. CCP are the ones that use the meeting. And at first, when I went to Event 201, right, it took a little bit of time that to actually do it. And as people can see, I negotiate with people all over the world. I'm looking for new suppliers, by the way. And I'm also trying to make cannabis legal all over the world, all at once. And I'm going to tell everybody about that in the next stream. This one wholly and solely for the hacking. But see, like if you're looking at important data on your computer, right, you might have a file open. I've just got this up. Say this was an important page on weather research that I'd been working on for years and years and years, and yeah, that's one of the sort of subjects I get into. But if it was important data on the thing and I've got Alibaba open, they would have noticed and hacked me full on. And trust me, if you don't know what you're looking for, or your staff don't know what they're looking for, you could be being hacked. All your business secrets could be taken away from you. And trust me, today I was hacked, and I know it came from China. I know for a fact it came from China. Another little program, yeah, I can sort of track back, and anybody can track back on a site that's attacked your computer. You can even use Norton for that part. It's got limited attack capabilities, and it generally tells you when you've got a Trojan, but they're generally, by the time they're inside your computer, it's too late. That's the only problem with Norton. But the problem is, I was hacked, and I know I hadn't done anything else except go to Alibaba, but the moment I went to Alibaba, I gave them the key. There's a lot of other programs out there called Let Me In, but see, they don't have to do it the right way and say, oh, we want to go into your computer, let me in. You've got to be careful with those companies too, because sometimes they could be putting a virus into your computer when they're inside your computer. So you've got to trust that company 100%. Don't let them do it. Don't let them in your computer. Like, I'd let them inside this one. This was my gaming computer, and I'd only let the software company in to fix the glitch. But it sort of, trust me, I scan everything, and my software is good enough to tell me when they're hacking me. But the whole point is, folks, that I was hacked by CCP because, see, a lot of people don't know that Alibaba, AliExpress, where you're buying all your cheap products, are being made by slave labour in China as well, by the way. They're being made by slave thing. But what we didn't know is about they've been hacking us. And how long have they been hacking us? See, they could have just been coming in and stealing little bits. Every time we log in, we are giving them the key to our computer. Because, see, China and the CCP is not honest. China and the CCP are out there to hack inside your computer. They want to know what you are doing at any given time. They want to know what's inside your computer, because every business has developed new products and upgraded their products. Like, I guarantee you, ZS is not on this computer, so if they're looking for ZS, they won't fucking find it. The only thing that's on this computer is the fucking advertising for it. So, but the whole thing is, it's sort of, they look for different things like that. They know that I'm a manufacturer. They've been trying to get me to go to China for a few years. No, you're not going outside. God almighty, I hate bloody dogs on heat. sort of getting tricks here left, right and centre and not even asking for them. He's got the hand, paws on the knee and saying, let me outside, begging. But no, folks, it's sort of... I can't believe the extent that China has gone to. Now, everybody needs to examine China as well. China... Look at the actions of China. We truly need to do something about China. Now, every single one of us can do something about China. Stop dealing with Alibaba. Tell them that you're not going to deal with Chinese companies. Just tell them that. And seriously, tell them that. Don't make new deals and things like that, for God's sake. Do not make new deals with China. We should be pulling out of China 100%, because at the moment the proof of the pudding is right in front of our noses. They're threatening countries. This whole Belt and Road Initiative and the 1,000 Talent Road Initiatives was for them to become a global power, right? They want to be the power of the world. But if you listen, has anybody ever read the Pledge of Allegiance to the CCP? They talk about being a slave to the CCP. A slave. God, you've only got to read that. But the thing is, these arseholes are hacking us. They're hacking inside your computers. Don't go on Alibaba or them, and when you tell them that you're done with them, because check out your computer, watch how slow your computer runs the moment you are on Alibaba or AliExpress or any other Chinese website. Be very careful, because like I've been researching all these, because I've been researching into the COVID. Right? I've been doing a lot of research. I've been doing tons and tons of research into COVID. But the thing is, I'm also doing research into cannabis, right? I'm looking into cannabis because I'm trying to get it legalised. And this is a video I just sent to the health minister. That video right there, I just sent it to the health minister. And because I'm trying to get them to legalise it globally, not just in Australia, but I've got a proposal to the world as well. And I'll tell you now, every Australian should support that. But the whole point is that the moment you go in, like while you're using Google, you're not safe. Everybody knows Google hacks our information, but so does China when you use Alibaba. This is the thing. AliExpress is exactly the same. But did you know that we can actually get back at China without them even realising? And that's going to be a subject of one of the subjects of my next video. But beware, if you are a business owner that buys their stuff on Alibaba, and 10 to 1 you do, because I'm not dumb, because I know most of the goods coming into Australia are all Chinese. That's why they fucking break. And everybody's using them. Nearly everything you buy at Bunnings, Chinese. Nearly everything you buy at bloody Kmart, Chinese. Everything you buy in all the other stores, Chinese. Do you know why one of the things I prepped when I prepped was clothing? Because I knew in the event that clothing might be something that we've got to look at. Right? Because what if clothing runs out? So I've always saved. I've never thrown away my clothes. I've got a good supply. I've used all my fat clothes. My fat clothes are now my warm clothes, because what I do, I put them over top of my other clothes. But see, because this is the exact thing that I prep for. What if a country cut their services and all of a sudden clothing wasn't available because we've shut down all our textile mills? Now I'm talking to all the textile people. Reopen your fucking mills in Australia, give some people some fucking jobs, and then they can afford your products. Do you know why they stopped buying your products? Because you took their fucking jobs away and they can't fucking buy anything. You've got to bring all your business back to Australia. Reopen your factories, for fuck's sake. 10 to 1, you still can get machines to reopen. Yes, the textile industry knows how to do it. Up at Rutherford, we had a massive textile mill. For God's sake, there's so many new fucking fabrics out there that you could manufacture. But we need to bring that business back home. Instead of exporting out the raw product, sending it to China and bringing it back, well, pretty soon there's going to be excises so high that it's going to be stupid to stay in China. And trust me, I'm the lobbyist pushing for such a high excess on tariffs. Right? They're doing it to us, so let's fucking do it back to them. But, right, when I'm saying we can get back to the Chinese, see, one thing the Chinese people, the Chinese government doesn't want is the Chinese people knowing what's really going on. Now, how many of us out there have bought on eBay, Alibaba or AliExpress, right? And you find out, well, okay, the product's coming from China. Do you know that person you're actually communicating with China is one of those lowest level people in China? Now, people say we can't contact them, right? They can't put out a message to us, but they can quickly delete one from us. But all we've got to do is send them a message saying, revolt, stand up, because until you stand up, we can't do anything about it. Also, go to Google Translate. Once you've written your letter, type it in, get it translated, and also post it in simplified and into Mandarin. Any version of Chinese, get it done. Paste it into that window so that they know that they need to stand up, and tell them the only way to get rid of the CCP is by doing the exact same way they started it, by telling the people to stand up and fight. We need to get back at China, and we need to help the Chinese people get out from underneath this fucking dictatorship, and that's what it is. It's a dictatorship. It's not really a people's thing. They make it look like it is a people's thing, but it's not. It's a dictatorship. One man has risen his way and worked out that he can use it to be a massive dictator. Look at the lives that are being lost at the moment. And if they don't stand up, it's going to get worse. So what's the difference? If they stand up, some of them may die, yes. But if they don't stand up, a lot more of them are going to die, and they're killing the Falun Gong. And we've got to show China that we're not going to accept this shit. And as a businessman, you as a businessman, you need to do the same. You have to put your foot fucking down and stop dealing with China. Right? You know the stuff that's coming out, they build in redundancy and they build in crap. That's why you're getting so many fucking returns, and don't say you're not getting returns, because they don't give a fuck about things. Why don't you go to Japan, where they fucking love their fucking products and make sure that their products are the best? You've got Taiwan. Taiwan needs the money. Give it to Taiwan. Give it to somebody else. But don't become reliant on one country. But you should be bringing your businesses back fucking home and give Australians fucking jobs, and make sure that your country is getting the jobs and not the fucking Chinese CCP, because they own everything. Trust me, they do. See, the so-called free economy is a farce, right? All those people that are so-calledly running all these multi-million-dollar businesses are all CCP. CCP gets their massive cut. They are allowed to keep millions of dollars of fucking our money. And did you notice that when China all of a sudden fucking went this so-called commercial way of getting things out and so-called privatisation, the so-called cheap prices disappeared? It's no longer cheap to manufacture in China anyhow. It's actually, one, I think you would be a traitor if you did. And two, yeah, well, what I did with one company, they just wouldn't fucking take the thing. They just kept on fucking going on. This is what I was actually doing. So I tried to get them to design a fucking something so fucking outrageous that they wouldn't be able to fucking do it. And I just put them in there because I know that company. I worked out pretty quickly that factory was a CCP factory, because it's one of those so-called land bridge factories where they make everything. And it's one of the slave labour camps, in other words. And so I just put that task to them, and that was the last thing I ever seen, because they wouldn't stop sending me back, and that was the one I was on. So I just decided to, give them a fake task. Yeah, that's another way to get back to China. There's no way they could actually complete the task, because I've just made the product had to be so fucking good and so cheap that they wouldn't be able to fucking make it. And because they wouldn't take no for an answer. So I thought, they won't take no for an answer. So I gave them something to do. But then I got hacked. I was actually being hacked at that exact same time. But luckily, I don't have, unless I've got a web page open, I don't keep anything for the business on this computer. So the business, when I work on the business, that's done on another computer and accesses the net. So, but yeah, they tried to get into this one and didn't work. But I kicked them out. So beware, possibility you are being hacked. And trust me, I could actually get that underling from the government to actually verify that I was freaking out that I got hacked. I was being actually hacked whilst I was on the phone to her. So beware, everybody. And all my subscribers know that I get hacked regularly. And but this one was very obvious where it came from because it happened at the exact moment. Because I did notice that the screens went black when I opened up that web page. They went black within 2 minutes. And then all of a sudden I couldn't access my taskbar. I couldn't access the start manager. I had to actually Control-Alt-Delete and reboot my computer to get them out. And sometimes that's what you've got to do to get rid of is a Control-Alt-Delete, then go into your task manager and make sure as it's opening up. But see, the first thing everybody should do is open their task manager without any web pages open from the time that they open their computer. So, see, now I've got a cleft bootstrap here, but I'm not going to touch them because if I touch them, then my stream stops. I know those bootstraps are from the program I'm using, which is OBS. So, and you get some cleft bootstraps from stream as well. So you've got to be careful what you shut down. But see, if I shut them down, I would shut down the stream, and I'm not going to shut them down to show you, but and something has now happened to the screen. All right, hang on. What's going on here? Okay, so we got something's going on here. Well, we have a problem, folks. Hang on. We have a problem. Yeah, we actually have a problem. Well. Yep. So there you go, folks. That's actually what I'm talking about. That is my screen. I'm going to have to end the stream because this is exactly what I was talking about, folks. That is what's going on. I'm being hacked right now. So if that happens to you where you get black screen, and this is all my monitors. That's both my monitors on at the moment. That's a display capture of both my monitors. That's what I'm seeing at the moment. The only thing that I've got is the programs open that are open, because if I turn them off, I just get black screen. So, yes, be careful, everybody, and I'm really sorry, but I'm glad in a way because now you are actually seeing me being hacked. This is what they do to your computer. If you get black screen on your computer, trust me, you're being hacked. And that wasn't a thing. You actually witnessed that black screen go to black. And it doesn't matter what screen I go to, and all with displays behind it. And the display capture, is capturing what is actually on my screen. So this is all my different screens. Every single one of them's gone black. So I currently have a hacker in my computer at the moment, and I'm wondering if they've even got a fucking drop something in there on one of these. I didn't even click on the fucker, but I'm talking about Alibaba. So somewhere in the line, I've got something inside my computer. So I'm going to open that back up and see what it is. So something is in there that shouldn't be in there. Let's see if I can fix it this way, but 10 to 1 I've got to reboot. Use mode font driver. What the fuck is that there for? Yeah, somewhere along the line, and I bet you they've hidden it down in here. Something I didn't see. And they're like, unless you know this really, really well, you don't turn anything off in here. Because that's generally Windows stuff. So what I've got to do, folks, I've actually got to shut the stream down. I'm really, really sorry. I will be doing it, but this is the reason, folks. You are being hacked. The moment you start dealing with Alibaba, you are being hacked. And trust me, I'm being hacked big time. So thanks for watching, everybody. I will be doing another stream later in regard to the cannabis and in regard to everything. So this one was more about businesses being hacked, and I wanted to share it. So, and in a way, I'm glad that just happened, because now you're seeing what I'm talking about, and it's one of the ways that you can tell you are being hacked, that your screens go black. And if you go black screen, turn your computer straight off straight away. So that's what I'm going to do now, folks. I'm really, really sorry. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. And so when you click that little bell, it comes up with all or personalized. Always click all, otherwise you get nothing. So yeah, do the same as me, folks. Contact them and make sure you don't do it on a computer that's not connected to your business, and go into your account and tell them you're not going to deal with them anymore. And wait until, well, make sure you get all the stuff you already paid for before you tell them. But yeah, we've got to stop it. We've got to stop the trade. I'm sorry, folks. The only way to stop the CCP is to stop the money. And yeah, and I reckon and by the way, governments, if you have done deals with the CCP, and I'm talking to fucking Victoria at the moment, you need to be hung, drawn and fucking quartered and removed from fucking power. And I'm talking to the Victorians at the moment. You need to remove that government that's currently in. Make sure that you call for, there's an election I think you can call to actually do it. So call for a new election to remove this prick straight away. Remove this deal that this Premier has done. And the federal government should force them to do it as well. So you have the people's support on that. Morrison, if you don't do it, we'll remove you too. Okay, folks, if I don't shut this down soon, they're going to just drive me nuts, because I'm just trying to find, I'm going to have to control alt delete, because I can't. It's not letting me it won't even let me get started. All right, folks, I've got to control alt delete shut down. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all later. Bye. And let's no, we've got to shut down. Shut down anyway. So shut down. Here we go. So yes, I hope you're still there. If you're not, you're not, because I can't see. It says record. OBS Studio restart anyway. So it's